Hi, welcome to day 67 in our Bible in a Year reading. We're in Numbers 31 and 32 today, and the Lord declares a holy war. He tells Moses to tell the Israelites that they were going to take vengeance on the Midianites, and then Moses would be gathered to his people. So this was the last thing that God was calling Moses to do before Moses would get to go home and be with the Lord. So Moses tells the people, arm your men to go to war, to carry out the Lord's vengeance on them. Send into battle 1,000 men from each of the tribes of Israel. So 12,000 men were armed for battle. And they fought against Midian as the Lord commanded Moses and killed every man. And they also mentioned that they killed Balaam, who, if you remember from several chapters back, is the one that couldn't speak anything but blessing. He was hired by the king of Midian to speak curse over the Israelites, but the Lord would not allow him to speak anything but blessings. Well, his life is taken in this battle as well, and they document that in here. But the Israelites didn't follow the full instructions, and they allowed the women to live and the boys to live. And Moses was angry with them, and he said, the women were the ones who followed Balaam's advice and were the means of turning the Israelites away from the Lord in what happened at Peor, so that a plague struck the Lord's people. Now kill all the boys and kill every woman who has slept with a man. But they were allowed to save virgin women. And so they had this victory. They divide the spoils among them. And then we read about Reuben and Gad. Now they're requesting to stay on the land on the east side of the Jordan and not go into the promised land and find their lot of land there, but to actually stay on the east side of the Jordan and build their community and tribe there. Now, God says they can do that and they can have that, but they have to send their men with the rest of the tribes until all the battle is done and the land is won, and then they can return to their people. Comfort is never traded for obedience. Often our obedience requires some sacrifice, and yet God was willing to give them what they want for their obedience. What stood out to you? Let's learn and grow in God's word together.